Afternoon, everybody. I'll be back shortly. I'm just getting a coffee. Almost ready. Sorry about the delay. It won't be a short. I'll only be a short while. Here we go. I'll get myself sorted and comfortable. Let's see. Let's see if I can get things sorted up. All right, here we go, people. Welcome. It's just a little after midday today. I thought I'd pop on and say hello to everybody with a quick catch up and to see how everybody is. Thanks for coming to join me, Charlie's girl, and The Only Way Is Crazy. Good to see you both. Just really wanted to catch up today. Nothing special. Well, I just thought that as it's Thursday, what with all the YouTube wars, and there are quite a few, it would be nice to create an environment where there isn't any swearing or threats of violence or inter-channel thuggery, if you want to call it that way. I was watching one of my other channels that I not go on to contribute, but I listen to. And there's a guy on there who has made a few spurious claims, copyright strikes on another channel. The trouble is that when you make these claims, you've got to prove that the content is yours, and if after 10 days the proof doesn't come through, then the person that's had the claim can then counterclaim as an incorrect challenge, and the other person can face the consequences of all that. So that's what's going on at the moment. Not in those chat rooms that I normally just pop in and say hello, the usual ones that you all know. But it's disappointing to know that just how difficult it is for content providers to monitor, and if they can't monitor what they put out because other people take over their channels, then they have to bear the responsibility of that. And that's going on now between a couple of other channels. The people that are here now, they know the channels that I like to go on and pop in and say hello, always polite. But it's back and forth, and it's all that stuff that to me, it's a complete waste of time, energy, and what is the point of it all? What is the end game? What is the result? It just seems to be that everybody's going down an ever decreasing plug hole. And when everybody goes down the plug hole, there's another sink underneath with an even bigger plug hole. I think it would be nice to just to stop all of the unpleasantness and just get on with it, because all of the unpleasantness seems to be the content. You know, you'll see a channel that reviews another channel for 2 or 3 hours, and then someone else reviews their review, and so you may have seen the original, then you might sort of scan through the review, and then once it comes up again somewhere else, you're thinking, I think I've seen this somewhere. And in the end, I just get bored with the whole review of a review sort of thing. But that's just me. That's just me. But and also, I'm getting to the point now where, when it comes to investing my time as a listener, um, I think we can all do better if we're trying to provide content. It's always good to have a interaction and everything else. But I say this is quite new to me. I've had a subscription to StreamYard a couple of years ago. Didn't use it that often, so I'm just finding my feet at the moment. I'm happy to just to splatter about. Like I always say, you know, this content, this channel is full of international standard drivel, if not Olympic standard drivel, and that's why, you know, everybody seems to enjoy it. So I'm grateful that everybody does drop by. But as I always like to say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, friends and enemies, welcome one and all. Hope you're all well. I've just got a few more bits and pieces to say. I've got my lunch ready. Haven't cooked it yet. I've prepped it. That'll be ready this afternoon. I've got some bits and pieces in the conservatory on the Era to fold up, and that's just about it today for me. Really, is just to wish everybody well, and I'm just trying to see if I can have a look at the laptop. So I'm sitting in the conservatory at the moment, and it's on a table. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, it's I don't know what the answer is, though. To I suppose in a way that we're all guilty of it, because we do in a way enjoy a little bit of look, let's not beat the bush about this. I'm going to tell you as it is. There are people on here that I wouldn't pee on them if they were on fire. I would pee on them if they weren't on fire. But when those sort of people do get a lot of flack, and I'm just thinking, that's enough now. You know, just let it go and move on. But it just gets worse and worse. And I'm sorry, it just makes me giggle so much when all this stuff. It just, why do people do it? You know, I just can't understand it. And the way that they talk about people and to them, you know, when they do argue, these people probably have never met, never seen each other in real life. And would you speak to anybody in real life? Let's say you were to go down to a bar or a pub and you were to talk to somebody, you wouldn't talk to anybody in that way, would you? It's just the way I am. But I always try to be polite when I go on, and it may be a sign of weakness, but I see it as a sign of strength, really. If you can't discuss things in a proper and open way without having to use, you know, swearing and all the rest of it, then you're going to find your own level of where you want to be. And I think there's one or two channels. I was, you know, listening to Janet last night, and I think she started to adopt a policy of no trolls, which I have to say I think is a great idea when things go a bit south, rather than listen to or have all those unpleasant comments sitting in the chat, it's just best to boot them, and that's the only way really. But as quite a new live streamer, if you will, it's difficult to find an audience. Now my interests are really quite varied, and it's not just coming on and chatting a load of guff that is of interest to anybody, but I do enjoy other things as well. I do like to travel. Last week, for example, I belong to a local shooting club, and the club as a whole, there was due to be about 18 of us. We went to a venue, and it was a machine gun exhibition of the old Vickers machine guns, and it was a lovely day out. We met for lunch in a pub beforehand. I've filmed it all, but I'm a bit reluctant to put it on YouTube because it's live firing of machine guns. And the guy did come around, and he said to us, would you like to have a go on the machine gun? And I said to him jokingly, I said, I'll only use it if you let me use it Terminator style, which didn't go down too well. So anyway, we were there for about 4 hours. I didn't get home till about that was Wednesday. I stayed overnight. I didn't get back till about midnight on Thursday. So we're able to go out and enjoy that sort of things, but other things I'm involved with as well. But it's difficult to pitch where you want to try and get your audience. But thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for everybody. Charlie's girl, and Chaz, thanks for popping by. So I'm just trying to read the chat. Sorry if I'm just I'm not trying to miss everybody. Yeah, Charlie's girl, it is afternoon. It is currently almost 1 o'clock, 12:58 lunchtime. So I just thought I'd get myself a quick cup of coffee, set up in the conservatory before I do a bit of afternoon cooking. I've done all the cooking programs and all that jazz. You can only see so many cooking programs before you get bored with it. I was going to do a few yesterday, and because I suffer from celiac disease, I've got a few cake mixes in the cupboard, and I just thought it's getting quite extensive now, and I just can't take any more chances because it affects me. It's getting worse. So I've got a couple of boxes of cake mix that I'm going to drop into my neighbour so that they can cook it up and enjoy the cakes. But unfortunately, my celiac problem is getting a bit more worse. It's getting a little bit more uncomfortable. So I'm going to have to go back to a more strict diet. But anyway, I hope you're all well. Thanks for spending a bit of time with me this afternoon, and it also gives me an opportunity to use StreamYard and get my feet under the table with it, which is always good. Yeah, so there we are. Anyway, it was good to see you last night, Charlie, in Janet's. I think Janet mentioned that there are other streams that she goes on to. I only use YouTube. I just can't be bothered to go anywhere else, really, to be honest. I know YouTube's got its downside, but when it comes to all the unpleasantness, it just goes somewhere else, doesn't it? I'm sure that all the other platforms that are used, it's the same everywhere, I would imagine. That may just maybe a slightly different audience, but all of those people that are in the know do enjoy all this sort of content and arguing, and they'll just follow where that goes. And I really can't see that that's the sort of way I would like to go, because it would just be another channel producing the same old. But there we are. Excuse me a minute while I just have a slurp of my coffee. So we had over the weekend we had the most glorious weather. I was out last week, and I said to a friend when we went out, I said, "Oh, the weather's going to be turning soon," and he said, "Oh, we're in for a good weekend," and how right that was. And it went over to Saturday was lovely, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday was lovely. It's a little bit unsettled today here where I am. I'm on the south coast of the UK. So we do get the best of the summer weather, and the mildest. We're not up the north of the country or where the extremes of the weather are, especially when it comes to cold and snow and all the rest of it. So we get very little snow here. We do get it, but it doesn't settle for too long. But that's all I'm on today. So, like I say, I'm just going to wrap up, and thank you all for stopping by. And I'm sure that I have probably bored you stupid for the last sort of 15, 17 minutes or so. It's just to get my feet under the table, really, on how we get on with the content and all the rest of it. Okay, Chaz. Well, thanks for popping by. I hope you have a good walk with the dog, and have a good afternoon. It's as I say, I've got a few bits and pieces here to do. Got some washing to sort, put away, and lunch is all prepped. Today is chicken stir fry with egg fried rice, which is all prepared. So I'll be getting that sorted out shortly. Yeah, so things are looking up. I'm getting my feet under the table with regards to doing this. Like I say, I did open up another Late Night with Dave channel, which will be where everyone is unblocked. And we'll see how long it takes for the people that I don't want to speak to find it, and they start trolling, and I can just block them. Simple as that, really. Yeah, it's difficult when some people have really been under the hammer. I'm not going to say that they deserve it, because nobody deserves the way that certain people have been treated. And where will all that end? I'm sure it won't end in a good way, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, YouTube doesn't seem to want to police its own platform, and some of the providers are just embellishing what they provide and letting all of this toxicity continue. Rightly or wrongly, that's up to the people that go on the channels and have their say and all the rest of it. But excuse me, when it comes to open hostility, threats of violence, and I'll just give you one example. The one I mentioned earlier, there was somebody that I watch, never contribute to, never go on contribute, and I've mentioned it before. It's where I can only describe the guy that's on the channel as an outdoor lager enthusiast, to put it politely. He does enjoy copious amounts of drinking, and when he gets drunk, it's quite funny. But he put in a content claim against someone, and I don't know how this works, but the person that gets notified sort of mentioned it, that he's had a claim about this particular person, and in the counterclaim, the person that issued the strike in the first instance released the answer from YouTube, which on that document had the name and the address of the person who he was striking, with a phone number on that. So if you were to strike a channel that you don't like and they counterclaim, they have to file a report of the name and address of the person that is counterclaiming, which will then go back to the person making the original claim. So they then have full advantage because they where you are. And in this particular instance, there was a phone number. So this is the toxicity of what goes on in YouTube. And that's one part that I wish that YouTube could sort out when people do strike these channels, that everybody's got the right to remain anonymous, unless you are going to create havoc or say things that shouldn't do. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, folks, I'm going to wrap this one up now. Thank you so much for joining. Charlie's girl, thank you. Always welcome. Lovely to see you. And The Only Way is Crazy. Chaz, thank you for coming by. Both of you. Hope you're well. And to anybody that watches this on catch up, I'll leave this one up for a while and hope to catch up on another occasion. So thank you all once again, and we will catch up soon. Have a good afternoon wherever you are. It's 7 minutes past 1 UK time in the afternoon. Bye from me, and we'll catch up soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.